Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. To the hopeful elect out there, shalom. It's your brother Dama Agabar here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify and give you warning from Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. And I don't plan on this being a long lesson, but I was just reading this article here from Zero Hedge, and the title is "Cash Will Be No Refuge Under CBDCs." And you see, and this is where everything is ultimately heading in the near future, is these elites want a cashless society. They want to ultimately do away with you having cash in your bank account, you having physical cash in your hands, because, you know, this financial system as we know it, you're able to have some type of financial freedom. You know, you can buy and purchase things outside of the control or the attention of the United States government. All right. You know, you can literally, buy and sell whatever is available unto you with cash, as long, with no paper trail, with no way for the government to be able to track and trace and see exactly what you're spending money on. You know, they don't have ultimate control as long as you're using cash to restrict you from buying and selling, which is why we know that the CBDC is totally in league with what the scriptures refer to as the mark of the beast, the MOTB, which is a micro C-hip, which will be physically implanted inside your skin in the near future. You see? But ultimately, we know that all roads are going to lead to this CBDC, all right? And ultimately, you're not going to be able to use cash once this system is implemented and rolled out. And this is why we're constantly harping on having faith and trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because the days are going to come to where, you won't be able to use cash. You won't be able to, buy and sell unless you have the mark, unless you have the micro C-hip within you. And cash will be ruled out. Cash will be ultimately worthless in that day. Now, one thing these devils might do is that another way that they're going to deceive people into taking this MOTB, especially people that have somewhat a lot of money, some people that may have a lot of cash stash, is that they'll give you the option to, instead of your cash just becoming totally worthless, which it will be, but they'll give a lot of people the alternative to turn in your cash to be used as CBDC credits. I see them using that as a carrot at the end of the stick to get those who may have accrued a lot of cash, that they'll be able to turn that in to get CBDC credit, which is more deception and more of a way that will lead more people into getting this MOTB, by all means necessary. And I think they will definitely use that option in order to get a lot of people to take that mark, because we know that once this CBDC is incorporated and this digital cashless system is in place, all of your money will be given unto you by the government via your compliance, via your social credit score. All right. You better be in good standings. You better obey. You better do whatever you're told. You better be up to date with all of your jump shots. You better be, totally in line and under the orders of what this beast system is going to tell you to do. Because that's how that's the only way you're going to be able to receive your credits. You're going to be able to receive money. Only way you're going to be able to buy or sell or travel or work or operate under this new beast system is you're going to have a social credit score rating, which is up to par, which is totally an element of control that these devils are implementing inside of this new cashless beast financial system. So I just want to read a little bit of this article. I got a precept when I'm going to close. You see, because this is the trap being set for all of you people out here, man. All right. And this is why we know he's going to allow the order out of chaos to ensue. He's going to let this dollar continue to inflate and hyperinflate. He's going to allow this current financial system as we know it to implode upon itself and go belly up. And it's going to, and they're going to have the new system already in place, man. All right. And this is why they're spending all this money. This is why this debt that the United States government is never going to be paid off, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Things are going to get more expensive. Inflation is going to get even higher to the point to where they're going to present it as we have no choice but to bring in this new digital system. The CBDC is the way. And a lot of people, through fear and hunger and desperation and, all hell breaking loose, they're going to eventually, go to this devil and get down with this beast system so that they can buy and sell and have some form of comfort. It says, start with this article. It says the world is headed towards central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, and everybody knows it. Even the people who don't want them, which at the moment looks to be most people, because ultimately, what can you really do? Whether these people want it or not, this is the system that they're going to bring in, and they're going to force it upon you whether you want it or not. And this is why they're doing all these test pilots. They're doing all these different things all around the world, because we know through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that this is where things are going to go. This is why Revelations 13 and 16 is written, because this is all a part of prophecy, man. It says, but the policymakers have designed it to be so. And CBDCs provide such a compelling opportunity for surveillance and social control that they are irresistible. Yeah, it's irresistible for these elites, because this is how they know they can obtain ultimate control over everybody on this planet Earth, is by controlling their ability to buy and sell, which is the main function and function of everyday life. You gotta, people work, you work so that you can get money, so you can do what? You can buy food, buy gas, have cars, have, to have particular things that you need on an everyday basis. So when this devil is looking to take total control over it and over you, is going to be by controlling your ability to do these everyday functions, man. And telling people who can and who can't, depending upon, how much of a stand-up citizen you're being, man. So, just look at China as the model, and they're trying to bring that here to the States, which we've been, telling you this ad nauseum, especially here at Great Millstone, that this is how all roads are going to lead to the MOTB. And this is why you need to be up to speed on, why these things and these systems are being created, because it's all ultimately to lead to the MOTB, which no Israelite, no Negro, Latino, or Native American under any circumstance should take. You see, your faith should be in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Esau wants you to believe that he's the end all be all of your ability to have and to live and to buy and to do anything on this earth. You see, and you got a lot of our people who are going to fall for the okie doke, It says the fiat currency system is in the process of imploding, makes it imperative, you see, because they're going to do away with this petrodollar as we know it, It says my editor and researcher, John B., gives him a following tweet he sent me. It says Australia to be functionally cashless by 2025, you see, and we're almost in 2024. So we know that this dollar has a very little bit of time left before these devils ultimately bring in the CBDC cashless beast system. It says Australian people have to stop this madness and start using more cash. Otherwise, we'll be ruled by the banks and governments, and rationing will affect everyone. You see, like I said earlier, this is why this system is so irresistible to these elites, because they know the system of control that it gives them. You see, and these people always saying, see, we got to start using more cash. We got to stop this. Look, you're not going to stop prophecy. All right. These devils are going to implement this system, because ultimately the Lord wants them to implement this system. This is going to be this is how the Lord is going to test, all of you, Jake out there, to see who your faith and who your trust really resides in. It says it was drawn to my attention to the timeline for Australia going cashless, and while doing so doesn't coincide with the launch of their CBDC, the RBA is digitally headed there, as are nearly all central banks globally. You see, they're just rolling this thing out little by little. You see, they already have the system and the system in place. They already have this system created. They just know that they're going to have a tough time, and people are going to resist it, and people are going to fight against it, when it's first implemented. So therefore, that's why they're going to have a lot of crises. They're going to let things get out of hand, and they're going to just one day just shut it, just implode it all in one day and all at one time. And they're going to leave you people to figure it out, man. They know once people get hungry enough, people get desperate enough, once people are, because people are going to buck up and fight up against it. But once, they're going to let them tire themselves out until eventually you're not going to have no choice but to come and to bow down into their system. It says one area of focus is the Bitcoin capitalists, is that we track all the national CBDC deployments and the myriad supranational policies and aspirations that go into them. We call it evil, eye on evil coin for the Mr. Robot fans out there. With the tweet above, I became more intrigued by the call to action itself because I see this a lot. The idea that the way to resist CBDC is to keep using cash. This is not only wrong headed, it's self defeating. It says cash doesn't buy you freedom under CBDCs. Yeah, and it don't. You see? It says the error in thinking so arises from a failure to understand that cash is simply older iteration of what digital cash and CBDCs are going to be. Denominations in a currency backed by nothing and controlled by the very state that you're trying to protect yourself from. It gets worse because this is also the same state that has already weaponized the currency against you, either slowly via targeted inflation, aka theft, or overtly, as we saw here in Canada during the Freedom Convoy. Yeah, where they took all those donations that people was giving those trucker convoys for their protesting against the whole lockdowns. And what happened to all of that money that was given to those truckers? They got taken. They swooped it up, and they attacked and threatened everybody that was sending money to that convoy. You see, and that's how it's going to be in the future with this digital system, man. And that's why all these things like Cash App and all these different money money transfer systems are all going to be done away with, because in the near future, when the CBDC system is rolled out, it ain't gonna that Cash App system and shit like that is not going to exist. You're not going to be able to just wire people money and give money to whoever you want to whenever you feel like it. That's all going to be controlled by the government, you see? And that's why, in this new digital beast system, if your social credit score is not up to par and you've been a very naughty citizen and you try to go to the grocery store and to purchase something, they'll have the control to tell you, no, that transaction is denied because of such and such and such and such. You try to get gas to go somewhere, immediately when you try to make that purchase, your CBDC that's controlled by the government, they can restrict you from making that transaction and tell you to send your ass home. You're not at this time permitted to purchase this. Or they could restrict buying certain items and certain things at certain times to restrict everybody from doing shit. So it's a complete control system, and this is exactly what they want. It says the only thing I can see happening to paper cash economy after a given country has successfully gone cashless is that paper currency will lose most of its value and everything gets far more expensive when the price and term of cash, right? But eventually, you're not even going to be able to use dollars, man. This digital system that they're creating will totally make cash obsolete. You're not going to be able to barter and do things outside of the control. Well, you might be able to barter, different things for those who are living outside of the system. Those like on the movie Demolition Man, who was just living underground. They were living in a barter-based type of system because they wasn't linked to the San Angeles police, the San Angeles system. But those of you that are that have taken the MOTB and that have joined yourself into the system, you're not gonna have that. You're not gonna have that access, man. All right, a few more paragraphs and I'm gonna close it. It says it'll be far easier to destroy cash than to ban it. It says far easier. After all, governments and central banks have been destroying cash throughout history. In all probability, they won't even have to ban cash or impose penalties for using it. All they'll have to do is crank up the money printer and hyperinflate it out of existence, which that's what they're doing now, which is why things around you are getting more and more expensive, because this is so much cash available that its value is worthless. That's why rent is going up. The prices of houses are going up. The price of your groceries and gas is going up because the dollar is becoming more and more worthless because they're hyperinflating the shit out of it. And eventually they're going to do it to where it's just going to become worthless. And the only new form of money that's going to be backed by nothing, that is going to be accepted by governments and governments all around the world, will be these CBDCs, man. It says, all the while offering holders of cash the opportunity to switch into CBDCs at seemingly advantageous or one-sided terms. And at that point, banking cash will seem akin to banning the bumpy whip, kind of pointless, you see? That's what I said earlier. They're going to use this cash. They could use it as an incentive to get more and more people to bow down to this beast system, is by they might let you switch over your cash to be in the form of CBDC credit. So therefore, it'll make it seem like that cash, didn't just completely worthless. Will allow you to turn it into this new form of cash, which is just more and more system of control. Because you can have, let's say you had like $5 million in cash that you've been saving away for a rainy day, and just in this case, and when you transfer it over to the CBDCs, it ain't gonna be worth no 5 million. Or let's say even if it was worth 5 million, well, guess what? It's still gonna be your ability to spend it and to buy whatever you want to buy whenever you want to buy. It's still going to be in their controls. So you can have all that CBDC and all that cash transferred into CBDCs, but it's still in their control, and they still can have the ability to tell you what you can or cannot buy, man. So either way it go, it's a lose-lose for you and a win-win for these elites and more control, man. I'm not going to read the rest of the article. It was just talking about all this bullshit of how we can try to do this and try to stop it from happening, but you're not going to stop it because it's prophecy. All right. All right. And this is Psalms chapter 10, verse 8. It says, he's sitting in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places does he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. And this system can be likened unto, Esau lurking and preying upon you people with this system, because he's already have it in place. He knows it's a trap and it's setting people up to be totally controlled and under the rule of these elites, man. It says he sitteth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Hey, and part of that net is money. Part of that net right now is all these jakes trying to chase the bag, all these jakes trying to get all this money in cash, not knowing that in future, this cash will be used as a snare and as a trap. When it goes belly up and he comes in with this new digital beast system, and he might allow you the opportunity to turn in all of your cash or the money that you have now into a CBDC type of a form of it, which will give the person that's holding it the illusion that he's going to be free and this money didn't go to waste and he's still going to be on the up and he's still going to be some type of high value person when he transfers that money that he has into a digital form of it, which you're going to be getting played either way it go. You see, but this is all part of the net and the trap being sprang on you people, which is ultimately to get you people micro C hipped up and under the full control of this damn devil, man. It says he croucheth and humbleth himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He hath said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hideth his face. He will never see it, you see? And this is why we call this man the devil, because he's thinking that he's doing this according to his plans and according to his will. But really, it's the plans of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And it's a trap being set for not only you people out there, but it's a trap being set for Esau at the end of the day, because, he's not going to get away with this shit and this counsel that he has planned. It's all going to come to naught, man. Let me see if I can get that. Here we go. This is Psalm chapter 33, verse. I'll read up a little bit. Psalms 33 and 8. Let all the earth fear Yahweh. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. For he spake and it was done. He commanded and it stood fast. Verse 10. Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. The counsel of Yahweh standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations, you see? Because this new world order is a counsel of the heathen, like it says in Psalm 64. All of their secret counsels, all of their planning, all of their mischief, all of their BS that they're trying to achieve, this new world order, which is a revamped, with Esau trying to stamp his rulership and power on this earth forever, it's all going to come to naught, man. All right. This is all the plan of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and everything that Esau's doing is in the hands of the Most High. And this is why the Lord, told the elect and, the chosen of the Israel to repent and have faith and trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because the Lord is going to make provision and he's going to bring salvation unto his elect. And he's already told us not to accept this man's MOTB and his micro C hip, but to remain faithful and trust in the Lord. And we'll be on the righteous receiving end of, the end of all this, man. But Esau's going to lose. He's going to come to naught. We're just out here to give you warning and let you know, what this devil is, trying to do, and the traps that are being set and where things are headed, and the decisions that the elect and the righteous should make to, be found worthy and pleasing in the sight of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai when all is said and done. So with that, Lord willing, you are edified. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Lord willing, you are edified. Shalom.